Hey buddies, it's been a while. I'm checking in. This is for any and everyone. Anybody who needs to hear this, nobody who needs to hear this. This message is for me, coming in loud and clear. I just thought to myself, seeing this crazy media sensationalism around the Titan submersible that has been recently declared a catastrophic implosion after shortly descending down towards the Titanic. And this particular topic that's come out recently about the 19-year-old who, kind of against his wishes, went on this voyage to please his father. That story has been making rounds, and it caught my attention because the last video that I had posted was about passionate, toxic love, specifically towards or centered around, family, loved ones, friends, and my own experiences with it and how to deal with it. And one of the articles that I saw, I did notice that the 19-year-old apparently is Pakistani. And I'm not sure about his family history, if he's first generation or if, if he was born in Pakistan, or, if his family migrated from Pakistan to the US, or when they did. But a lot of that story is very relatable to me specifically because I know what it's like as a first generation to want to impress upon your family and to represent and to show your devotion to your family. It's a lot of traditional style of, upbringing for first generation for a lot of foreigners, especially foreigners who have migrated to America and have kind of settled their roots and started to raise a family. There is this tight-knit expectation that you want to be a doting, loyal family member despite whatever grievances you may have. And to see that he was terrified to get on that submersible, and just real quick side note, excuse my voice. I'm recently trying to get over some type of cold or allergy, but I'm really congested right now. But just to see the headlines that he was terrified to go down on this voyage, but went because he wanted to please his father, man, that's so disheartening to me. Because like I said in the last video, when it comes to feeling that need to please your family members, even when you have your own independent thoughts and ideas that may go against their wishes. For me personally, as a first generation, that was a really difficult habit to break. Shifting my ideologies and realizing that I can still love my family, but respectfully go against their wishes, because at the end of the day, you still have to establish your own independence. You still have to be able to differentiate what is right and what's wrong for you. Your family, your parents, they know a lot, but they don't know everything. And if you feel something in your gut that isn't for you, that isn't going to work to your benefit, that could be something that could work towards your detriment, it's important to stand up for yourself. It's important to find your voice and find it in a manner that establishes your adulthood, that establishes a certain level of respect from your family, from your friends, from anybody, that doesn't distinguish that does distinguish, but that doesn't extinguish your love for them. You know, him wanting to please his father because it was a Father's Day weekend and this is something that his father was passionate about, it ultimately led to his demise. And RIP to him, RIP to all of them, condolences, because even with, you know, how careless this tragedy has been, it still is a tragedy. And it just makes me reflect on some of the choices that I've made because I wanted to please family members. And it also makes me grateful and thankful that I have found my independence and my voice outside of that to challenge anybody that I love, not just out of spite, but because I genuinely just have a different opinion, or I have a different idea, or just establishing my independence. There's nothing wrong with that. And we should encourage each other to be able to thrive and live differently without it being a confrontational, situation. Just because we don't agree on things, it doesn't mean that we love each other any less. It just means we're different. And this young man had a different feeling than his father. So different that he was terrified. And yet he did it out of love for him. And I could only imagine what those, few moments were like before that type of tragedy struck. But I hope that he has found peace, and I hope that you guys are able to see some type of value out of this horrific ending. I'm currently on my way to have a workout, and I hope that you guys have a good weekend.